All right, thank you, Matt. That was a thorough report. And really, this is not the only industry. Truckers kept shelves stocked and full throughout the pandemic, but a shortage of drivers is beginning to hit consumers where it hurts. Without enough truck drivers, the price of just about everything could go up. A trucking sector lost about 6% of its labor force during the shutdowns last year, and it's not managed to bounce back to its pre-pandemic peak just yet. Joining us to go over the shortage, what we're seeing here locally, Dennis Carrata with the Newcastle School of Trades. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Lindsay.
Thank you for joining us. What are some of the biggest factors that are contributing to the shortage of truck drivers, you would say?
Well, I think what you're having is a realignment of the workforce. You have an aging population where 80% of the truck drivers are over 45 years old, and the majority of those, about 30%, are over 55. So we're trying to figure out how to attract some younger people to replace that aging population that's retiring now.
Oh yeah, a lot of them, even on their semis, they've got ads on the back saying, hey, work for us, we'll pay you great. What do you think will need to happen in terms of the level of hiring to get back to the pre-pandemic levels? How many more people do you need to hire?
Wow, that's a great question. So what you're seeing is you have this influx of inflationary factors, you have supply chain issues. So all these costs associated are going to be translated to the consumer somewhere. So what we need to do is figure out how to get more and more people trained and skilled trained. Because what's happening is a lot of people want to be a truck driver, but they don't realize the amount of effort it takes to become a truck driver.
Yeah, is it a lot of training? I mean, how are you reaching out to the young people these days and what's involved?
Yeah, so what it is, if you work through the transportation department, people have to have a background check, drug screen cleared, there's admissions requirements. So it's not only just wanting to be it, but being willing to go through those steps to pass those, discretionary factors. But it's really saying to the young people, you can make a great wage, great earning, a great way to take care of your family. So if you take them away from the warehousing jobs and get them into a transportation job, I think we have a solution at hand.
Yeah, and it's steady. That's an attractive career to go into. You can make a really good living, like you mentioned. How many openings would you say are open here in the Valley and within the Northeast Ohio, Pennsylvania region?
Well, I think if you look at any job board, there's hundreds and hundreds of postings all the time. And what's happening is you have certain companies trying to poach from other companies. So we're just translating laborers from one position to another, but it's really trying to fill that void and add volume to the industry.
Are there incentive packages? I mean, what else do you think the companies need to do to attract people into this field?
Yeah, everywhere you see is sign-on bonuses, $2,000, $5,000. But it's really the long haul truck drivers that's the shortage. I think with the pandemic, people saw that ability to work a little bit closer to home. So some of the aging populations working for that work-life balance, they'd rather be close to home and not over the road. So I think that's really where the deficiency is right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering what will happen with the workforce. I know during the recession we were hoping people would retire so people could move into jobs. Now it's the opposite where we don't have enough people. What shipments are feeling the biggest impact of this shortage right now? Which industries, what kind of products?
Well, I tell you, if you look at the food supply chain and the impact that has on prices, I think anybody at the grocery store can see that, wow, things are really going in the wrong direction. So I think both retail and food supply is really where the biggest impact is right now.
Yeah, it's hard to check out at the grocery store without spending a lot more than you're used to. Some of the shelves, as you mentioned, might be bare. I noticed, in the one time the juice aisle, they didn't have a lot of the juice items they normally have. It's interesting to see. I'm wondering what you think will happen as we get closer to the holiday season. For the retailers, do you expect the holidays are going to have some major issues and delays when it comes to getting that package on time for Christmas?
Well, I tell you, we've become so accustomed to be able to place an order and have it delivered instantly that we have to remember there's some patience that's going to be involved as we get to the holiday season. So just be smart. If you have things that you want to order, just give yourself lots of time and just be patient with the process.
Okay. If there's anything else you'd like to add just about the programs that you offer and how can people learn a little more and get more information?
I tell you, at Newcastle School of Trades, if you go to our website, ncstrades.edu, you can find out all about the programs we offer. And then our CDL program, along with our heavy equipment and diesel technology, we offer CDL licensing with all three of those programs.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're busy. Do you have a lot of applicants this fall?
We do. It's been great. So things are on the uptick for us as a business, and we're really excited about the future.
Very good. All right. Well, good to talk to you and just get an insight on what's happening, because all we do is read these stories about the shipments and we just can't imagine what is going on. So good to get your insight on this. Thank you for joining us this morning.